Let's get a pillow there. I should really be drinking water. Honestly, guys, I don't even like the idea of my own saliva being on my own bottle. I really don't. Does that make me weird? Like, I don't like wet stuff. Pause. I don't like water touching me or someone with wet hands. Oh my gosh, if you touch me and you got wet hands, you better be ready. You better be ready to fight, son. Like, I don't like that. Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about my move from New York City to Texas, okay? So I was thinking about moving for a really long time. I knew I didn't want to be in New York. I knew I wanted to move far away from that area because, like, I have not ventured out far enough. The furthest I've ever been before Texas was Florida, and I lived in Tampa for a few months. It was cool, but Tampa is boring as hell, all right? I don't know if I was in the wrong city in Florida where I didn't really get to experience, you know, that city life. Well, I mean, I guess Tampa's not the city, so that makes sense. But I'm a city girl. Like, at heart, I love the city. But now that I'm in the country, I actually love the country too, because the country got a little city in it too. I mean, I've been here for 2 months, okay? There's some spots that I've been to. I'm like, where am I? I didn't think Texas would be like this. But it's been great, and I highly recommend Houston to any and everybody. It is so fun, and people are so friendly. And I'm like, okay, someone, you know, in New York, we just, you know, we pass somebody, you don't say nothing. You don't say nothing, you just mind your business. Pretend to look in your phone. I pretended to look at my phone. I pretend to look at my phone in Texas. I'm like, hi ma'am, hello. Hi. No, it's very pleasant. I feel like I fit in really well here. I'm enjoying the vibes. I'm enjoying the people. I'm enjoying the nightlife. I'm enjoying everything about Houston. And I'm so happy that I moved here. And this video is actually a part of a 5-part series. I did make 2 previous videos talking about how I saved to get here and talking about quitting my job. Because, you know, you gotta quit your job in order to move most of the time. These days, you could probably work remotely, but I personally didn't want to work at all. Zero zilch. I did not want to work. The only thing I wanted to do when I got here was pursue my passions and focus on the things that actually made sense to me, you know, and get some quality alone time, because I haven't had solo time in my whole life. You know, this is my first time living alone, and it's been amazing. So I did fly here. My mom came with me on the plane, and it was a really lovely experience coming out here. Also, I brought my 2 cats. That was an interesting experience. They were angels on the plane. I was shocked that they behaved so well. But on the way to the airport, I was actually planning on driving here, but Hurricane Ida hit NYC. Staten Island got flooded, and I was basically swimming in my car, okay? The police were driving around with boats, and I was outside for 6-7 hours waiting for rescue, aka my mom and dad. And I wound up totaling my car because it was just submerged in water, okay? I drove through a puddle that wound up being a large body of water, and in hindsight, I should have parked and just waited for the rain to stop, but it was such a scary hurricane. I'm like, I've never seen nothing like this in my life. The highways was flooding, my car was being thrown around by the wind and the rain. I'm like, oh no, I gotta get home. But in hindsight, I should have parked and just let my car, and just slept in my car. I would rather have been in my car 2 days than have, you know, my car flooded. But I'm not even complaining. Everything happens for a reason. It's all part of the divine purpose. I don't know why it wasn't meant for me to have my car out here, but I truly believe that my car is not with me for a very good reason. So I'm not even mad about it anymore. I wasn't mad about it for very long, actually. I was just like, okay, time to book my flight. And yeah, it was cool. I wasn't really in the mood to drive 24 hours anyway. It is a 24-hour drive from New York to Texas. So I'm like, okay, that's a bit of a relief. But I did have to bring my cats on the plane, which was, you know, scary, but it turned out to be absolutely fine. So I get to Texas, you know, I get to my place. The place is gorgeous. My mom's sleeping over, and it was just perfect. It felt like home the moment I stepped in. So I am so grateful because I did do a lot of research on the area that I was staying, as well as, you know, the place I was renting. So it was like, all right, I kind of knew what to expect, but my expectations were so exceeded. You know, I'm so happy about where I am right now. And I actually booked this house on Airbnb because I did not want to commit. And I'm actually going to be making a video about that in a few minutes right after I finish recording this one, because I do want to give you guys the full experience of quitting your job and moving to a different state with no job and still continuing to live comfortably. So I made this series for you guys so that you can kind of get my experience and the things that I did to make sure that I was good. And a big part of the reason why I'm so good right now is because I did research on my neighborhood and research on the property, like the community that I'm in. So the reviews were stellar. It wasn't too expensive for me. I'm living comfortably and I'm living happily, and it's just been a fairy tale for me. Let me not say fairy tale, because of course, you know, there were days, there's this, you know, I get in my little slumps and I'm like, oh, you know, I miss New York and I want to live in a condo in the city and all this. But I love Texas. I promise you, I'm gonna be living in the south for the winter and the north for the northeast for the summer, because I'm in love with both. Like, I love the country and I love the city. Super happy that I made this decision. It's been nothing but, you know, great things. Even when in the moment I feel overwhelmed that I'm here, I'm alone, I moved by myself, just me and my cats, I should say. And you know, it does get to me sometimes. You know, I'm not within arm's reach of my mom. I'm not within arm's reach of my sisters or my friends or even my job. I really, really miss sometimes. Like I said, just being able to see them whenever I wanted to, or you know, chill, hang out, like, oh, what are you doing tonight? You want to do something? I kind of miss that. So currently I'm not driving right now, but thank God I did move to a city where everything's within 20 minutes walking distance, 20 minutes tops. The gym, the supermarket, the pharmacy, dental office and medical office if I need, just everything, shopping, nails, everything. But yes, is there anything else about this experience that I should mention? Should I talk about the men? I mean, I feel, okay, let me talk about the men for all of my ladies watching. You know, all of my ladies watching. All right, so the men, they're cool. They're very friendly, like I said. I'm 28 years old, so the men that approach me tend to be younger, like 21 to 23-ish. And I'm like, no offense. I mean, I'm sure there's some pretty well put together 22, 23-year-olds. But me personally, I need put together, okay? And most of the time, you're not gonna find that in someone 6, 7 years younger than you. I'm sorry. I do find it fun. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm a flirt a little bit, which I think is great. Even if, you know, if someone tries to talk to me, I'm gonna flirt with them. And I feel like flirting is just being friendly, but with like that little undertone of like, and flirting is fun. It just makes the whole atmosphere fun and like soft and pink. But if you guys have any questions about the move from New York to Texas, or just moving to another state in general, do feel free to ask me. I'm an open book about this. I would highly recommend that you look into it if it's on your mind, because it was on my mind for a long time before I actually did it. I wouldn't have known what I was missing, no. But now that I'm here, I see, like, you have to grab hold of the things that come into your mind, you know? Even, you don't want it to just be a thought that goes in and out of your head. Like, this could have just remained a thought that was in one ear, out into my brain, and out the other ear, you know? But I'm so glad and thankful that I took this leap of faith and just this risk. I'm able to focus on me. I've definitely built a closer, more intimate relationship with God, and we get closer every day. And the understanding between us, you know, he got me, I got him, and my heart is so full. I love my cats, my little babies. They follow me everywhere in this house. They drive me crazy, but I love them. They're like my little tiny cat family, I guess. My 2 cats. But yeah. I think I've gotten closer to my cats too, because I was working really, really, really long hours, and I wasn't really able to spend time with them. I just fed them in the morning, fed them when I came home, and then, you know, basically went to sleep. So it was great to spend time with them as well. So I think that's it. I think that's it for this video. Like I said, if you have any questions, leave it down below in the comment section. I'm actually gonna put the next video in the series right here. And then if you liked this video and you aren't subscribed yet, you can subscribe right here. Yeah, right there on the bottom. This is the video, and this is the subscription button. I adore you. See you very soon, my love.